tracking. Primary tracking via the mobile phone. Targets are tracked primarily by tracking their mobile phone location using fake cell towers, most commonly referred to colloquially as stingray. This tracking beacon will be passed on to the surveillance teams who will have the location plotted on a mapping system on a custom-made surveillance team app. Using this tracking beacon, the surveillance team can efficiently stalk the individual by automatically detecting when they are on the move, getting satnav directions directly to the target and determining when they are near one of their starred locations, so they can be at a location before the target gets there. Secondary tracking using motion detection technology and manual updates. If the target realizes they are being tracked by the government on their mobile phone and leaves it at home, soon after a motion detector will be installed in the street lamp outside their house. This will detect when the target is on the move automatically and will then notify the surveillance team. The surveillance team will then rush in with 3 or 4 people and start stalking them. Any one member of the surveillance team that spots the target will then manually update the target's position on a mapping system so that the rest of the surveillance team know exactly where they are. Street lamps are ubiquitous and afford a power source, lighting source, protection from the elements, and the installation can be covert, as it's made to look like regular maintenance of the light bulb. The motion detection technology is also cheap. Other forms of tracking. Other forms of tracking exist, such GPS trackers and automatic number plate/license plate recognition, ANPR/ALPR, and other forms motion detectors, such as in the front and back of unmanned parked cars. Fundamental significance of automated tracking. This automation of tracking people has been fundamental to the evolution of individual investigators into surveillance teams, as they do not have to wait around manually detecting when someone is on the move. Previously, manual tracking by individual investigators. Previously, individual investigators would wait around and manually detect when an individual was on the move. That individual would be followed by a single car. Now, due to automation of detection when someone is on the move, the individual investigators are free to roam about permanently. When one target on the watch list goes on the move, they will line that route of that individual. Other technological factors contributing to gangstalking. Many other technologies have contributed to the evolution of gangstalking, such as apps, mapping systems, camera technology, and increased bandwidth with 5 grams, which allows potentially for the live streaming of people in HD. This technology means it's cheaper and more efficient than ever to track, stalk, and surveil people. Whereas before it was drug dealers, terrorists, and hardened criminals being followed. Now, as it's become so much cheaper and more efficient, people with no criminal history whatsoever are being placed on watch lists in a blasé fashion.